She is a bald head baddie now. I am not new to losing my hair. This is now my 4th time in 5 years losing my hair, but this time I'm gonna bring you guys along with me on what I'm doing to regrow it. But before I show you all of the products, talk to you about how we even got here, and get into this video, if you're new here, hey girl, hey, my name is Janae, and I make a lot of content focused on fitness, wellness, and self-development, and helping you and I live our best healthy and active lives. So if that sounds like something you're into, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Make sure you're following me on TikTok and Instagram. I post a lot of different content over there. Give this video a big thumbs up and comment down below and let me know if you suffer from hair loss, whether that's because of weight loss surgery, of GLP-1, of just postpartum life, like period. If you suffer from low density hair issues, like let me know your issues with your hair in the comments below. So let's just do a quick recap on my hair loss journey, because like I said, I lost my hair 4 times in the last 5 years. So with our first child, 14 years ago, I did not suffer from any postpartum hair shedding, but when we had our youngest child in 2020, I suffered from postpartum hair shedding really badly. I mean, it was so bad, I ended up doing a big chop. Then fast forward a year later, my hair was growing back, but I ended up getting COVID. Nobody was talking about COVID hair loss, and I lost my hair yet again really badly. But there was no point for me to do a big chop because I just did it a year prior and it was still trying to grow back. So that was that fiasco. Again, my hair was growing back, and in 2023, I got weight loss surgery. And as I was gearing up for weight loss surgery, one of the side effects is that with rapid weight loss, and it's not just weight loss surgery specific, it is any type of rapid weight loss, whether you're taking a pill, GLP-1, weight loss surgery, or doing it naturally. If you're dropping your weight rapidly, you can possibly go through this. So with that, they said that, you can lose your hair. I already knew that that was going to be my case. So 2.5 months post-op, I started losing my hair. 5 months post-op, I did another big chop. 7 months post-op, it was still pretty much falling out. And by 9 months post-op, it started to slow down and grow back again. And I continued to let my hair grow, not mess with it or anything like that. Now, because I lost my hair several times, something that I noticed was that the density of my hair was not the same every time I would lose it. I already suffered from thin, fine hair, like my hair is 4C, but it was very thin, very fine, especially around the perimeter of my head. And so as life continued and the hair loss continued throughout the years, as it was growing back, the density was never the same. So I ended up getting my first silk press back in December, and that's when reality hit me. Yes, my hair had grown back after almost being 2 years post-op, but it just was not the same. So in May, I actually opted for a pixie, loved my pixie, and this is how we got here today. So about almost 2 weeks ago at this point, I went running, and then I decided to do a relaxer that same day. Now, my hair was relaxed back in May. It was color treated about 2 weeks prior to this incident. And so I decided to relax it that same day. I did a back and bicep day that day, and I ran 4 miles. Came home, waited about 3 hours, put the relaxer in, and about 2 minutes into the application, my head started burning, which was weird because I never felt that before. 8 minutes in, mind you, the relaxer is supposed to process for 15, but I only lasted 8 minutes and I was starting to, sit there and rinse it out. My hair was fine that day, even though it was very sensitive. It was red. The next morning, it was even oozing. It was scabbing. It was, it was a mess. But my hair looked fine. But as the days went on and my scab started to come in, the hair started to fall out. About 9 days later, I had lost my hair in all of the areas that actually burned me. So that was my edges. There was a strip down the middle of my head and then the back of my head. At that point, I couldn't even do my pixie anymore. It looked ridiculous. So I opted to go bald. So that leads us to today, to my regrowth journey. I will not be doing any more relaxers. I did love the Pixie. I'm gonna keep the Pixie, the fade, whatever you wanna call it. But I'm not gonna go back to relaxers because I actually love color and I'm gonna have to pick one of the two. So there's that. But with this journey, with me regrowing my hair, I'm going to show you guys all of the products that I'm using, all of the tools that I'm using, everything that I have been researching and learning. Of course, this is not medical advice. This is just something that I'm doing in hopes that it can maybe even help you, or you can even take it back to your doctor or do your own research on and see, like, if you are dealing with hair loss, no matter what the case may be, how you can get your hair and your scalp healthy again. So since I just cut my hair 2 days ago, I'm like, let me show the girls, let me show y'all what I'm doing so that I can track my own progress. So here is the hair. So as y'all can see, I have a pretty much clean slate here. So let's get into the products that I am going to be utilizing. Starting off with this shampoo. It is an anti-dandruff shampoo, but the ingredient that's in here is really good for hair thinning from the research that I've been doing. It is 1%, but if you can find the one that's 2%, that's the one that I was looking for. I couldn't find it. The 2% is even better, so I'm going to be doing this one. So this is going to be the shampoo and conditioner I'm going to be using over the next couple of months. It also comes with a hair thickening treatment. Now this I got off of Amazon, and pretty much everything I got off of Amazon, so I will link it in the description box below for y'all. But for this product specifically, they have 4 different boxes. So you need to pick the one, if you're gonna pick this up, that is specific to you. There is one that is the level 1 for natural untreated hair, and it has light thinning. The number 2, natural untreated hair combats progressive thinning. I opted for the number 2 because I already was having thinning and low density, so I figured this one is going to be great for me. Then they have a number 3, which is color dry damaged hair light thinning, and then 4 is color dry damaged hair progressive thinning. So pick the box that's going to be beneficial for you. Again, it has a shampoo, conditioner, and a hair scalp treatment. I'm going to be washing my hair twice per week. So like I said, twice per week, I'm going to be doing both of these pretty much like a weekend and then midweek kind of thing to make sure that my scalp is nice and clean. It's not clogged, because I'm going to be putting a lot of serums and foams and all that stuff. We'll get into that in a second. So the first treatment I'm going to be doing is minoxidil, the 5% one. This is the one I'm going to be doing. It's the foam one. It's easier than the liquid one, in my opinion. You can pretty much like control where this is going. So I actually really like the foam one. You're supposed to do this 2 times per day, and you have to like stick with it for a couple months. So that's what I'm going to be doing. In the morning time, I'm going to be applying the minoxidil along with the treatment foam that comes with that shampoo and conditioner. And then at night, I'm going to be doing the minoxidil again, but I'm also going to be doing a caffeine serum. And then I'm going to be sealing it all in with tretinoin. So you may not be new to tretinoin. It is an acne face type of cream, but you can also use it on your scalp for hair growth. So the way that tretinoin works is that it increases cell turnover for a healthy scalp. And it can also increase the penetration when you pair it with another serum like minoxidil. The research so far is only out on tretinoin and minoxidil. But if you used minoxidil in the past and you really didn't see like a lot of hair growth, try it with tretinoin and see if that will help. As you already may know, with tretinoin, you should be applying it at night, and the same theory applies for your scalp as well. Apply it at night, which is why I said I'm going to be using it at night. Now, when it comes to topical, coffee, caffeine, whatever you want to call it, This can be an alternative for minoxidil if you find that it is irritating you. It doesn't irritate me, and I'm going to use them both because, like, why not? Topical caffeine increases blood flow. That is going to be good for hair growth. And I believe I also read that caffeine is supposed to be a natural DHT blocker for hair growth. The thing that like stresses you out and makes you lose hair to begin with is supposed to be a blocker for that. So we're going to try it all out. So for hair oils that I'm going to be using, it's going to be Batana oil and jojoba oil. Both is going to be very moisturizing to not only the hair that's starting to grow, but my scalp. So I want to make sure that I am using things that are hydrating to my hair, especially because of the burns that I had. Now let's move on to tools that I'm going to be using. I picked up a derma roller. This is actually going to be my first time utilizing a derma roller. I've seen it before. I've seen a few videos talking about the benefits of it and how it allows the products that you're going to be using to penetrate the scalp more, and just some other benefits and stuff like that. Some people actually even use it on their beard. They use it on their eyebrow hair. So I'm going to be using actually all of these products on my eyebrows as well, because over the years I actually suffer from thinning eyebrows. I talked about this in my anti-inflammatory video, because that is a side effect of Hashimoto's disease, that you know that you have it when you start to realize that like your hair is thinning at your eyebrow. And this one like specifically was like gone. It's actually have been doing really well lately, but it's not the same as this side. But yeah, it looks like this. There's different needle sizes. You want to make sure every time you utilize it that you're using rubbing alcohol to clean this, because you don't want to have any type of infection. But you don't even press it down. You just lightly go across your scalp and yeah, go from there. And the last two tools that I'm going to be using is a silicone, one of those hair moisturizer silicone thingies. I'm going to be doing this to stimulate my scalp at least 4 minutes per day. And I have another one here that has a red light attached to it. Again, another silicone thing. Red light therapy is supposed to also help stimulate hair growth. So just like with the skin, people use the red light mask and stuff for the skin. It's going to be the same theory for your scalp. It's supposed to prolong the anagen phase, because there are different phases of hair growth. So it's supposed to prolong that specific phase, which is the hair growth phase. So yeah, it can't hurt to try and utilize it. I'm already going to be doing the scalp massager. Might as well utilize one that has the red light on it. Okay, last thing I'm going to be talking about is nutrition, and then the actual supplements I'm going to be doing. None of this is going to work if my nutrition isn't up to par. So again, making sure that I'm staying hydrated, making sure that I'm eating a high protein diet, making sure that I'm getting my vitamins and minerals and stuff like that from my fruits and vegetables, which these are things that I'm already doing. If you watch any of my vlogs or any of my sit down videos, I always talk about nutrition, eating whole foods, and et cetera, et cetera. So I'm just going to be making sure that I'm staying on top of those things on a consistent basis, but I'm also going to be utilizing some supplements and some pills to help. We're going to be doing all of the things together. So let's start with all of the vitamins that I'm going to be using. Now, y'all know I had weight loss surgery, so I already take specific vitamins to make sure that I am staying on top of my internal health. So I'm going to be doing my calcium. I'm going to be doing my multivitamin with iron. Again, I'm going to be focusing on making sure that I get my vitamins and minerals through dietary sources, but that is going to also help me with that, which will also help me grow my hair from inside and out. Now, vitamin D3 is another beneficial vitamin to help hair growth. So I'm using the one that is D3K2 because the K2 helps the body absorb the D3 better. I'm also going to be utilizing biotin. I'm going to be doing 10,000 mcgs of biotin. And all of my vitamins and supplements come from berry melts. I've been utilizing them for the last 2 years. All of my lab values have always come back perfect. So those are chewable tablets. They also have like caplets and all that stuff like that. So those are all of the supplements that I'm going to be using. The last one I'm going to be doing is the Hair Health Plus one from Berry Melts. This is a hair specific vitamin. So I'm going to be utilizing this as well. And with Berry Melts, you can save 20% off utilizing code Janae20. Now, I also got an oral hair minoxidil. I got this from hers.com a little bit ago. It's like a 6-month supply. Now, here is the thing about oral minoxidil and the foam one. You might have heard some horror stories about you growing hair in other areas than you expect it to grow if you're utilizing the foam, or if you're utilizing the liquid. You might have seen, like, I've seen the videos where the girls started, growing more facial hair and stuff like that. Specifically with the oral one, it's not just going to target your scalp. It's going to target all of the areas that you grow hair. Unfortunately for me, I have experienced facial hair since I was 16, which was a sign that I had PCOS. Now, I've gotten my hormones checked multiple times. My hormones, according to my doctors, are in normal ranges, but that doesn't explain why I have the facial hair, or even like little bits of chest hair and stuff like that. So I know that this is probably going to make it worse, but it is what it is because it's already growing. So like, it is what it is. Now, depending on why you are losing hair, if you're taking minoxidil, whether it's the pill form or the topical form, there's two things. You may have to utilize it forever depending on the reason why you're losing hair. So I think I saw something that said, like, if it's hormonal, I believe it, don't quote me, but if it's like something that's internal, you're probably going to have to utilize it forever, because the moment you stop, then it's going to stop because nothing has changed from within. But if it's something like due to stress, or, maybe even a hair burn, something that is temporary, like postpartum hair shedding, and you use this stuff, you don't just lose the hair that you grew. Does that make sense? Okay, another supplement that I'm going to be using is collagen. Is making sure that I get collagen in every single day. It has great benefits for the hair, skin, and nails. I always get compliments on my skin. I really don't be doing nothing. I don't have much of a skincare routine. I just make sure I eat my stuff and I make sure I take my supplements, drink my water, mind my business. But even when I go get my nails done and they're cutting down my actual nails, like, it's been very strong. My skin has been very clear and just bright. Same thing with the hair. It's going to do the same benefits for my hair. So I like the one from Clean Simple Eats. This one also has, it's a beauty blend, so it also has things like hyaluronic acid in it. So I love this stuff, and it's very easy to mix. Sometimes with collagen, it's not easy to mix. And you can save 10% off Clean Simple Eats products with code Janae. And the last thing, it's not a supplement, but it is something that I'm going to be doing every single day. It's turmeric tea. I'm going to be drinking turmeric tea because turmeric is another natural DHT blocker. I got this one off of Amazon. It's mixed with ginger and cinnamon, and that's all that's in it. So I'm going to be drinking this every single morning as well. What I'm hoping from all of this stuff is not only that my hair grows back faster, that the density of my hair will come in a little bit thicker as well. When I got my Pixie, I had ended up changing my hair color because with my natural black color, you can see, and you can even see it now, how I don't have a bunch of dots. You can't see a bunch of hair follicles on my hair because I have such low density. So I'm hoping that doing all of this stuff will actually change the density of my hair. I don't plan on growing my hair long again. I actually really did love my Pixie. I even like this little fade hair. So I am going to color my hair, however, but I'm not going to go back to relaxers and I'm not going to go back to long hair. But I would like my hair to be healthy because, like I said, it is thin, it is fine. So I'm hoping to change the thickness of it, the density of it, and just make it stronger with utilizing all of it. Hey guys, as I was editing this video, I realized it has been 2 months since I have recorded that video. So let's do a little hair check-in already. Today is actually August 16th, so it is 2 months since I cut my hair, and this is what we are working with now. I know a lot of y'all have been following me on Instagram and TikTok. Y'all saw the whole fiasco with my hair, and everyone has been complimenting me on how much it has grown back. Check out the other side here. And then so y'all can see the back and then the tops of my hair. So let's talk about it. So I lost the hair on the perimeter of my head and then down the strip in the center and then at the very back. Now, the reason why I'm doing all of this, because I didn't explain in the video, is because when I lost my hair from the relaxer burns, I also had white patches on my scalp. And when I did my research, white patches signify that it could be permanent hair follicle damage. And so that's why I'm doing such an aggressive treatment. But I'm also trying to see if I can change the density of my hair. And then I got a lot. That video is over 1 million views. It's almost at 2 million views. A lot of commentary on running didn't do that. It's because of the color. And like, yes. The color definitely probably contributed to it, but here is my thing with that. Here is my thing. When I applied my relaxer, I started it at the top of my head and then I worked my way down. This isn't the first time I've colored my hair with box color. This isn't the first time I've relaxed my own hair. So I've done all these things before. So I did it from the center of my head down because, like I mentioned in the video, this is naturally thinner. So I always start with the thickest part of my head. This didn't burn. This didn't fall out at all. It was just where I sweated at the most. And I am a hot scalp girly. And so where I sweated at the most is exactly where my hair fell out after 9 days, because people thought it was an immediate thing. It was after 9 days. It was a gradual thing that was happening because it was scabbing up there. And as the scab was coming out, so was the hair. And so with doing my research, yes, pores don't open and close. I think I said that in one of the videos and I might have been mistaken by that. However, anything that will produce heat to your head can cause your relaxer to over process and process faster, which is why a lot of stylists tell you, not to drink coffee beforehand, not to work out like a couple of days beforehand, just all of the things that I just wasn't paying attention to, obviously. So anywho, that is the story of how all of that came about, because at the time of me recording the original video, that post didn't go viral yet, and it has over the last 2 months, and I just got crazy comments. And I'm like, it's my head. It's my head. If I decide to put a relaxer in it again, yes, I know all of the things with relaxers and cancer and all that stuff. It's still my head and my body. Whatever I choose to do with it is what I choose to do with it. But anywho, as you can see, like the density of my hair hasn't changed. Like it's still pretty see-through. And this isn't because of the relaxer or anything. This is just how my hair has been after surgery and from me losing it so many times. Now, the front of my head, I'm still like keeping my eye on it because I don't know if it's just me being paranoid, but it just seems thinner, especially right here. So we'll just see, but it is growing back really nicely. I'm itching to do something with my hair. And like I might have mentioned through text in the video, I don't know if I'll go back to a relaxer. I don't even know if I'll go back to color. But I did love the Pixie. I love the Pixie. So I may go back. It's going to be one or the other. It's going to be one or the other. But I think I may just deal with like black hair and it looking spotty and then just keeping it short like this, having the top being a little bit thicker, but keeping the sides and the back short. I really did enjoy that. And going back to a relaxer because I can just cut my hair again if I want to. Okay. But yes, this is the 2-month update and y'all probably won't even see this video for another 2 weeks, but it is already preloaded to YouTube. So I hope that was helpful for you guys. I just wanted to share with you all my little hair journey that I'm going to be posting about and taking you guys along with me, talking about in the vlogs and all of that stuff, showing y'all, how I'm utilizing this stuff. I just wanted to do a dedicated video pretty much as a starting point and show y'all where I'm starting at, and maybe do this like monthly and show y'all how things are progressing and what I'm noticing. If I find new products, there will be an updated video. And if you have any suggestions, if you utilize any of these products, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that bell icon. That way you're notified every single time I post a new video. Make sure you follow me on TikTok and Instagram. On TikTok, I'm always posting lives and answering your questions in a moment. And on Instagram, I'm super active in my stories. I do have a broadcast channel. They end up knowing the tea first, so make sure you follow me over there. Also, I do have a fitness and wellness support group on Facebook. I'll leave it in the description box below for y'all. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.